Okay, what we're going to do here is a little bit of trading on our own. We'll talk about some different concepts. But let's go back through this morning's lecture. We happen to have clack up here on the screen. So let's go up here and we'll pretend it is 4/8. So the first thing we did this morning is we wanted to locate ourselves some support and resistance lines. Certainly the high of the day on 4/8 would have been a major resistance line. Again, if we look through here, we can start to pick up some guys that have some fair credibility. And if you look right in through here, I see these lows right in through here, which also happens to be that high. Okay, so now remember, we can't see 412. All right, we're just drawing out here into the future. So how about this little low in through here? Does that pick up anything significant? And that's how you want to do this. Just find a high or a low and then draw across. Remember, you can always erase these lines. Okay? But as it turns out, we start to see that it picks up right in here at these little highs. I missed by a hair. And of course, we can always move this thing down just a little bit like that, picking up this low, and now it's picking up these highs. So that's a pretty good line, huh? How about in through here? Do I see any congestion or stuff? Yeah, there's a couple of lows right in through here. So we can once again go back in here and again, if I miss horribly, I still have the option of moving the lines. So I can always go like that, okay? And actually, I kind of like that one now that I drew it. Yeah. Because I get this guy here and this guy here, alrighty, and that picks up these tops right in here, okay? Right up in here? Want to go up in here? I didn't. That's a good line. And I didn't leave it. I just missed it. And I have no problem with that. Actually, I'd bring that one down just a little bit right at that 52.80. Okay. And of course, we can throw a couple more in here. Okay, gang, let's go out and do a little trading on our own, and let's just do some setups here. And what do I have? Well, let's just use this one. We got clack right here, okay, and I've got it on a 2-day, 1 minute. Now, what we need to do is we're going to have to plan for tomorrow. So we're going to have to play pretend a little bit here. So we're only going to look at the one on the left side, the 721, and we need to go in and pop in some lines, okay? Now, again, we can see certainly the high of the day is going to be an important line, so we can put that in. Now notice that that's right there at the 42, okay, right at a round number. And of course I can probably find some other ones in here. How about this little high right here? Now I don't want to take this really exotic shadow, but let's go in and pop in a couple more lines and start getting them going. Remember, this is just a job of testing. You can always go in and move them around and find out. If you don't like them later, erase them, okay? But you got to start seeing these guys. Now, how about this little low down here? What if I were to go down here into the whiskers a little bit, okay, and we'll pop on that line. And you can see, guys, by me choosing the very ends of this, I'm not really picking up the majority of the trades like we talked about. So can I move this? Well, let's move it up just a hair. Okay, let me grab a hold of this. I'm just going to move it up to the kind of that low there. Now suddenly we're picking up even a little higher. Let's just go up another penny or two here. Okay. So now we see we got this low in here, and we got these little tops in here and this guy, and here's where that stopped, that breakout during the middle of the day. Okay. I'm sure you guys can all see that we have a nice downtrend in here. And if I were just to connect from the lower highs, interestingly, well, we'll go into, we're not supposed to because we can't see it yet, but let's play pretend here and just put it out into the future. Can you see where this was resistance in here? It came back and found support along it for the second half of the day. Okay. Yeah. Now we could draw another one in here, but let's just work with horizontals for a moment. Let's find out some more. How about this low right in here? Sure, why not? All the lines that you see are good lines, and it turns out interesting. I pick up here, the congestion here, this little top here, this one here, the shoulders in here, okay? Certainly, we need to go in and put in the low of the day, huh? How about that? Oops, hang on a second there, guys. Price line, there we go. And we get a low of the day in here. I see a little something going on right along here around the 40-50 line, so let's pop that one in. And how about these little highs up and through here? Yeah, I like those too. So it doesn't matter if the lines are really close together. It may confuse the issue if you have too many lines, because then you're going to have to be making decisions. They are now becoming part of our plan. Remember, you can't draw a line without sticking some sort of a rule on it. And how about these lows right in here? Very good. Now, let's work our plan. Okay, now we can look at 722, and as the market opens here, we can see clearly that we have one S1 below us, and maybe I could pop one in here, certainly right at the $40 line, so we have a couple more. Let's put one more in there. Okay, so here's where the opening is, right there. Everybody see that? And the market rallies up. Now we're going to give it the first few minutes to get out of this thing. So somewhere in this neck of the woods, we could place a buy. But this tells us also what? We're starting to approach the 10 o'clock first reversal. So if we're going to go long in here, we have to expect it to retrace against us. We could also play this a different way. Could we let it go up above this line at the 40.95 or almost the 41 line, okay, and say, well, at plus or minus 5 minutes to 10, we would go short if it breaks down, or we go long if it bounces off. Well, let's put a crosshair on this and have a quick look. And here is 950, here's 953, here's 955. Can everybody see that at 955 it has opened and closed just underneath our line? So we might wish to take a short right here, okay? Well, what would be our first goal? Well, the next line. So if we got short in this neck of the woods here, our first goal would be right here. That would be the next support line, okay? And that would yield us somewhere around a 25, 30-cent winner, not bad. If it went through, okay, it retraces. It doesn't retrace very strongly. If it goes through this, could I add to my short or open another short? Absolutely. Then we'd be heading for this line, okay? I'm sorry, what number? Yeah, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I didn't see that one. Very good. Good shot, guys. How about this one right in here? Would you like that line? Okay, let's pop that in. Hang on a second. We'll pop that in. It was right on these tops in here. Now, it's a good line, okay, but if we're getting short up in here, okay, it's cut down our profitability, huh? Because we've added another stop, another little test that we have to get through. As we can see, the day has started to fall off. So now I can start adding trend lines to it. Are you ready? And I can see that I have a series of lower highs, and perhaps we're going to draw in through here like this, the first line. Okay, and then we see the thing going sideways, but it's based on what happened yesterday, our support and resistance lines, okay? And we keep seeing it's coming up in here. Now that I know this, and now that we're trading today, okay, can I come in here and put another line in through here like this, defining these little tops? Oops, I missed a little. It's all right. Once again, we can always move it. Okay, we just bring it down a little bit. There we go. So now we're picking up these tops here, 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 and here, okay? Notice that this high is higher than this one. So now I can go back up here and draw another declining top. Very good. So now we have a whole bunch of stuff going on. We can go in here and put in our lows for the day so far. That's going to be one of our new lines, alrighty, right through here in 39.74. So as I approach up here, you can see if you look at the hard right edge, you can see that price is stalled right here, right at the $40. It's actually 40.01 right now. So it's feeling that round number as a resistance line. It's just a hair over it at 40.02. The question is will it hold? So if I come up here to 40.03 or 4, where my angled line is, we can get short, and we'll do that in just a second. Now, our first trade isn't going to be worth much, huh? Because if we're aiming for this 89, we only got a 10-cent trade in here. But if we see some weakness in the other parts of the market, and we'll check that in a moment, we may be able to get all the way down here to 39.74. Now, guys, we started this thing with only a couple of support lines below us, and we had a lot of resistance above us, okay? Could we go back in time and find additional lines that would be support lines? And the answer, of course, is yes, okay? If it's relevant to our stock, we can go back. Let's do that for just a second. And I don't know, let's just go back 5 days and see what we can find. So here are all our lines. Now, isn't it interesting that we can see on the right edge over here at 722, the low of the day, if we go back, and you see on the 19th it was the opening price, and on the 16th over here it was a turning price. It wasn't the low of the day. But certainly that helps us, doesn't it? Can we not go in here now and put in another one? A price line there, and certainly it looks like one right through here, huh? Everybody like this one? Good. Okay, now let's go back into the closer up look and see what's going on. This may be, these guys, ones we just drew, may be off the chart because the scale's going to change as we go back to a 2-day. Okay, so one of them is still here, this 39.66, which might be a target on a weekday, and we know there's another one even further down, and as price falls, it'll come into view, okay? Or we can go back and check it and find out what the number on it was, okay? And what was the number? Let's just do it. So that was 5 days. Go back here. So we want to mark down $39.34, okay? So that would be our other target below the 66. Well, that'd be a nice winner, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we can get there or not. Okay, back to the 2-day. So now what has happened? Oh, we lost our downtrend line. You can see that as we look in here, we have not been able to hold the $40.01, 2 cents, and me beating my gums here. We haven't missed our opportunity, but we should have gotten short somewhere right around the 98 or 97. Okay, let's go to the platform